In this video, I'm gonna share with you 7 things that will literally kill your clothing brand. All that hard work you're doing trying to build an audience, trying to get sales, gone. Please understand that making these mistakes is guaranteed to kill your reputation and to ruin your clothing brand so that it's unrepairable and so that the damage is irreversible. How do I know what I'm talking about? Well, I've been running my own brand for 10 years. I've worked with over 500 clothing brands one-on-one, and I've seen brand after brand make these mistakes and destroy their brand catastrophically. So if you're serious about growing your clothing brand, you need to avoid making these mistakes at all costs. Number 1, never buy followers unless you want to permanently up the algorithm for your brand forever. Your algorithm is based on the engagement that you get from your followers. And when you buy followers, they're not going to be engaging with your content. And every time you post content, your content's just going to suck. It's not going to get any reach, and the algorithm's not going to push it. A lot of brands will buy followers to create the perception that they're already thriving, to create the perception that they have social proof and credibility. But what you're really doing is you're sacrificing real growth for the perception of growth. And it comes across as really obvious. You come to an account, it's got like 4 posts that they've ever made. They've got 79,000 followers, and it just feels off. There are shortcuts that work to grow your clothing brand, and then there are shortcuts that don't work. And this is one of those shortcuts that doesn't work. A shortcut that does work is like sending out Hail Marys to celebrities and influencers, and maybe one of them get back to you and they support your brand and they wear it, and you get a picture of them wearing it, and all of a sudden your brand starts to blow up a little bit. That's an example of a shortcut that works. But when you take this dirty path of buying followers to make it look like you have a following when you really don't have one at all, you're making a deal with the devil. You're taking that low-hanging fruit. And every time that you do that within your business, there's gonna be long-term negative consequences for you, so just don't do it. The second thing that you should never do, this one's controversial and you might disagree with me, and if you do disagree, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below, but never deny refunds unless there's a truly ridiculous ask. Give grace to your customers. We're in the business of making our customers happy, and a series of bad customers can destroy your brand's reputation. On Reddit, inside of the ads that you're running, people commenting, oh, I ordered from this brand, they wouldn't give me a refund. All of these things that people listen to and they value. And so unless your customers are asking for something truly ridiculous, like you have a 30-day refund window and they're asking for a refund, it's like day 80 or day 70 or something, then in that scenario, it's fair to be like, look at our refund policy. We have a 30-day refund. You're asking for this in day 80. But if it's day 36 and someone's asking for a refund, don't fight with them on it inside of the emails. Just give it to them. This type of customer service where you go a little bit extra out of your way to give people refunds, to respond kindly to them, and just help your customers in any way possible shows that you genuinely care about them, you genuinely care about your brand, and you're serious about satisfying your customers. The third thing to never do while you're growing your brand is respond negatively to comments. And you're gonna be tempted, believe me. You're gonna have haters. The bigger you grow this thing, the more your content's getting out there, the more eyeballs are on your brand, you're gonna have haters. You wouldn't believe the amount of hate I've had to deal with on this YouTube channel, on my clothing brand, people leaving brutal comments, just ripping into you and roasting your brand. And as tempting as it is to respond to them and make your point and argue back, just leave it. When you respond to it, everybody who comes across your brand, comes across your channel, will see it. It looks amateur, it looks unprofessional, and it looks reactive. So just let it go. I'd rather you delete the comments and remove them than respond negatively to them so that everybody can see them and they can see this whole argument that you got into as a brand owner from your brand account. Just don't do it. Now, I've got 4 more things that you should never do while you're growing a clothing brand, but first I want to let you know that this channel here is sponsored by my buds over at design.com. If you need designs made for your brand, but you're not a designer yourself, I highly recommend you try this out. Open up a new tab, go to design.com/Rob88. Type in whatever sick idea you have for a design, hit enter. Thousands of design ideas are gonna come up. You don't have to like them all, but maybe you like one. You click on it, you can edit it and refine it as long as you want for free until it's perfect. If you're interested and you need designs for your brand, go to design.com/Rob88 and you'll get 88% off at checkout. All right, the 4th thing to never do while you're growing your clothing brand is never ignore DMs and emails. I know it can be annoying sometimes. You got emails coming in all the time. You don't have a customer support guy. You're kind of losing your mind trying to do everything. But it's really important that you get back to especially customer emails as quickly as possible. When people are asking for shipping updates, where's their order, can they get a refund? Answer them as quickly as you possibly can and never ignore them or just let them go unanswered. Now, you do not need to answer the DMs from those manufacturers in Pakistan that spam your DMs and your emails that every clothing brand on earth gets all the time, and it's so annoying. But besides that, Answer any DMs where people are saying nice things or they're asking questions about your sizing and your products, because it goes a long way and it makes your brand seem like it's alive. The fifth thing to never do while you're growing your clothing brand is rush packaging your orders. It's really easy when you start getting 12 orders a day, 24 orders a day, 50 orders a day, to just throw those orders together. Grab the clothing off the shelves, fold them up, throw them in the box, send them off. But you wanna make sure that there's no wrinkles, there's no little hairs going into the package. Everything looks neat and everything looks tidy, because when your customer receives that package, how they get it in the mail, the unboxing experience is gonna lead to them either having buyer's remorse where they never wanna buy from you again, or if they really enjoyed the experience, they tell a friend about it and it leads to another customer. At a bare minimum, at least fold the products nicely and put them into your packages nicely before being shipped off to your customers. And anything that you can do in addition to this, like little details, little touches, maybe little extra things that you throw in or a handwritten note in your early stages, will go a really long way in capturing that customer again in the future. Okay, the sixth thing to never do while you're growing a clothing brand, and this one's embarrassing to admit because I've done this a couple of times while growing my brand, is sabotaging relationships with celebrities and influencers. It's really easy to get overly eager and almost aggressive with celebrities and influencers when you're messaging them and potentially sending them some free clothing. So for example, I've sent a couple of celebrities a bunch of t-shirts or a bunch of hoodies and you just don't hear back from them. And then you message them and you try and hear from them, and then you message them again, and you just kind of pile up these messages that are being sent to them, and it just kind of kills the relationship. When you're dealing with celebrities and influencers, the relationship that you build with them is going to be a huge asset for your brand, potentially for a long time, especially if you build that relationship right. And it's really easy to self-sabotage in these moments because you're so excited, you're so eager to get a picture of them wearing it so that you can post it on your Instagram, blow up your account, and you're thinking about how useful it will be for your own brand. But when it comes to these relationships, you need to be overly cautious. Don't make the same mistakes that I did at the beginning of being overly communicative and just constantly checking in on them and talking to them and trying to almost get things from them. The best way to go about it is to just be chill, offer them some free clothing, send it off, and if you don't hear back from them, you don't hear back from them. It's all right to send like a chill follow-up, like, hey, just checking to see if you got that package we sent you, but don't be like in their face trying to get something from them and establish this big transactional relationship with them. It'll just kill things, and that relationship could have served you so well in the future. And the seventh thing to never do while growing your clothing brand, I saved the biggest one for last, is that never order too much inventory. We want to talk about irreversible damage. On your first batch of clothing, it's very possible that you could order too much inventory with your entire budget because you believe in your line so much, you believe in your collection, yet you don't have any proof of sales yet, you don't have any idea how the market's truly gonna respond, and you blow your entire budget into a collection that's just not selling. So this is why I always say on your first batch of inventory, just order the minimum order quantity, test it out, see how it goes. This keeps you lean, it keeps you agile, and it allows you to make changes, and you're not pigeonholed. Please, before you leave this video, let me know your experiences with this. Have you done any of these things? Has it sabotaged your brand? Is there anything that you disagree with or things that you strongly agree with? Let me know in the comments below. And by the way, if you want to work with me and a community of other clothing brand owners, check out the Apparel Success Mastermind. There's a link in the description. We're a community of brand owners all in there helping each other. We do a mastermind call every month together. It's an absolute blast, pretty chill in there too. So check that out, and I'll see you in the next one.